So just a quick one regarding the murder of the young woman in Tullamore, Ashling Murphy. Um, it's as of today, there's still a bit of further investigation. There's no arrest made, so we're dealing with a bit of an incomplete picture. But really, all I wanted to say was that there's something in the neo-reactionary type sphere. This concept of the cathedral. It has another name in other circles, but we stick to the cathedral. And it's that sort of mutual cooperation between, media, commentary, sources that would inform public opinion in response to whatever the story or the narrative or whatever is this public issue. And I've just, the small bit of news I've been looking at it over the last day would be, I think, illustrative of that point. We've this, horrible tragedy that has occurred in Tullamore. A family has lost their daughter, and a young life has been, brutally ended for it would appear no reason at all, and not even it would appear. There is no reason for this. It's just an act of murder. Nothing more to elaborate there really. But the types of conversations and reporting on it now, and what's percolating out of that as talking points is just some of the most asinine stuff I've heard, and shouldn't be remotely surprised. I given the way I've evolved over the last 10 years, I wasn't remotely surprised to see that what was vexing us the day after talking about this was how can we stop? How can we teach, men and boys not to rape and kill? As if 99.9% of them don't do that anyway instinctively. Just a ludicrous framing. Ludicrous, utterly ludicrous. But this is the point of the cathedral. That now passes for what ought to be our concern when we hear about a horrible murder like this. We know that there's toxic masculinity. We know that women are a terrorized group, really, and when, for heaven's sake, is that going to change? We need to get in here, and we need to start, socially engineering young boys and, prepubescent boys as early as possible. Socialize them differently. We need, this, throwback to this older masculine culture has to go. It's ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. There's so much you could elaborate on here, but I'm not lightly referring to this concept of the cathedral. There's no place for any sane conversation in this at all. This is a broad stroke accusation, and to say otherwise is, well, clearly you're just callous, and how could you besmirch the memory of that young woman? It's just crazy. But this is a facet of what we are now facing. A narrative that like that in a circumstance like this will plop into our laps immediately, and we're left then to make fish or flesh of that. And by make fish or flesh of it, what I mean is we've to kind of go, yes, what can we do about this? Something must change. Something, for heaven's sake, must change. You know, now as horrible as what happened yesterday, it's a relatively rare occurrence. It just doesn't happen that often. Statistics alone would show who was most likely to be murdered in Ireland. You know, but the whole thing will be conflated into, I know you don't understand. There's a daily experience for females that you just don't understand, and that this is not how the world ought to be ordered. This has to change. Well, I truly, other than trying to inculcate decency into people, and that's, I really, really don't think that that's a priority for a lot of people these days. I don't know what else could change. Maybe if we measured our country's health in terms of an older concept of decency, and maybe spirituality as well. Who's to say? Rather than whether we have access to broadband and Netflix and entertainment, maybe things might change for the better. Who knows? But the only other thing I'd like to say, and this has struck me again about all what I was listening to on the radio and viewing on TV today, was all this. You know, what is gender? What is gender? Is it just this performative thing that has been battened onto our young? You know, all emanating from some sort of horrible racial, patriarchal, heteronormative, blah blah blah. All that goes out the window when we've got the kind of narrative crafting that we've listened to for the last day. Oh, it's men and women now. Oh yeah, and the men need to learn how to not be horrible, raping, murderous monsters. The boys need to learn that. You know, all the, you know. Oh, now we have a binary. Now we have a sexually dimorphic race. Well, anyway, what a shocking surprise that's how malleable the conversation can be. Anyway, horrible story, terrible tragedy. Hopefully, on Garda Síochána can, effect an arrest and get the responsible party as soon as possible. And hopefully we can continue to try and speak sensibly about these things. Hopefully. Anyway, thanks for listening.